arm, she like, my veins collapsed. What veins? What are you talking about? My veins collapsed? Like, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Tyema Renee. If you're new, welcome. If you aren't, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be doing, not we, just me, because y'all didn't experience what I experienced, but I'm gonna be doing a story time, a highly requested story time. I asked y'all on Instagram if y'all wanted to have a story time of why and how I ended up in the ER on my vacation. My Florida vlog, if you haven't seen it, it's my last upload, so go watch it. But a lot of y'all said yes. A lot of y'all said yes, and I don't know if that's because y'all genuinely concerned or if y'all just nosy. Either way, I'm gonna give y'all what y'all asked for. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into how the hell I ended up in the ER. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna start it from like when I first was, for starters, it's like not like a big ass story. It's kind of like just like, damn, Tyema, like that's what it is. Like, okay, so basically before I went to Florida, I thought what I thought was a throat infection or like a strep throat. My boyfriend has strep throat, and what I thought was strep throat, he gave me strep throat, and it was not no fucking strep throat. So 2 days prior the trip, my throat was hurting, like bad. But it wasn't like, no, not bad. Let me not say like bad, because when it was hurting bad, it was hurting bad. So my throat was hurting, and it was kind of just like, I thought it was strep throat. Like, I was like taking cough drops. I was like fucking medicine, like tea, like the whole all the home remedies. That's what I was doing, because I just thought it was like a freaking strep throat. Like, you know, like that's what I thought it was. And I was planning on going on vacation, so it was getting worse as I was going on vacation. And my mom was kind of like, so you're not gonna go on vacation? And I was like, nah sis, like I'm still gonna go on vacation. So I was trying to thug it out, like, you know, I was like, you know, I'm gonna take my cough drops, I'm gonna like, I had the throat spray, like I was trying to really thug it out, like really thug it out so I can go on vacation and be fine. No babes, no babes, no babes, no babes. We get to Florida. Mind you, I'm there for a week. So the day before I went, like before I flew and I went down there, my throat was on fire. Like fire. Like I couldn't even swallow nothing. And when you have strep throat, like it hurts when you swallow. So I was just like drinking broth. Like I was eating soup and I was doing all that. And it was fine, but it was still hurting. But it wasn't hurting to the point where I was like, oh my gosh. Like, so I was good. When I tell y'all, the first day I got in Florida, it wasn't that bad. I took ibuprofen. My father gave me ibuprofen, and it was like 800 milligrams. So like the pain was fine after I took the ibuprofen. It was good. I got to Florida. Not the first day. The first day I kind of thugged it out again. The second day I woke up, I could not speak. I was crying. Like when I tell y'all, bawling my eyes out. Like I'm gonna answer pictures too, because y'all think like, no, like I'm gonna have the pictures all right here. I was bawling my eyes out. Like it felt like I had a throat, like I had a fucking golf ball in my throat. Like, so I don't know how the fuck a strep throat, what I thought was strep throat, ended up me not being able to talk. Like I couldn't talk, I couldn't eat. I was not able to eat for 3 days, maybe like 4 days. I didn't eat no solid foods for like 4 days. So I lost so much weight, literally like so much weight, y'all. I was like a fucking stick. But boom, I woke up crying hysterically. I couldn't speak, I couldn't talk, like, and I know I sound a little like iffy now. That's because like I think I'm getting sick, but I was like I couldn't speak. So we wake up, mind you, we're in Florida. I'm from New Jersey, so it's like it was bad. So I wake up couldn't speak, couldn't talk. Me and my dad and my godfather, thank the Lord, he a real nigga for that, but they take me to the emergency room. Well, they take me to urgent care where we were like staying near like the house. The video is like playing with me right now. It's like my phone's playing with me. But okay, boom. So we're on our way to like an urgent care near us, and when I get there, the lady literally tells me like, oh, like we can't like take your insurance because like you're from out of state. And I was like trying to like tell her like I need to see somebody right now. Like I can't like, what do you mean? Like, girl, like what are you talking about? I don't give a fuck about nothing you're talking about. Like I need to like see somebody. And then she like see my insurance and was like, we can't really do nothing for you, da da da. So she sends me to the emergency room. Mind you, the urgent care that we went to was like 15 minutes away from the house that we were staying at. And then the emergency room was another like fucking 20 minutes away. So I'm like, okay. So we drive to the emergency room. Boom, we get into the emergency room. The lady takes all my information down, da 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 da. And I'm in there literally packed. It's packed as fuck in an emergency room. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be here forever. Like literally forever. I was so upset. And when I tell y'all, I was in there with these little ass shorts on, a fucking bodysuit, in there shivering, like shivering, literally. Oh my god, y'all, my bracelet just broke. I'm so sad. That's so depressing. I literally just bought this today. But anyway, so boom, when I tell you I was in there, it was packed, and I was in there for like hours. I went there, I would say, I got to the emergency room at like 12. I didn't leave till like 7 or 8. And I was in there on my deathbed, literally. That's how it fucking felt. So when I first got there, she took down all my information. I'm 19. I was there with my father, but I'm 19, so like I don't really need him. So like I was just doing all what I needed to do, whatever. And I was in there. They called me in. So they called me in, me thinking like, yeah, I'm in there, you know, mad quick. No. I go in there, he take my blood pressure. After he seen me and took like that little bit of information down, like literally like my blood pressure and like all that not important shit that didn't even matter, I was still waiting for a whole nother hour after that. And I went up to the lady like at the desk, because at this point now I feel like I'm about to fucking fall out to the floor. I haven't ate, I'm dehydrated, I'm annoyed, and I was on my period. Like it was like just the worst time ever. And I told her, I was like, if I don't see somebody in the next like 5 minutes, I'm gonna be honest, like I'm gonna die. Like that's just how it was. Like I'm gonna die. Like I ain't eat. Like girl, somebody need to see me. So then like 5 minutes after that, they called me, and I finally was in the bed. I was finally like talking to a nurse, talking to somebody, and literally it ended up being a throat infection. But the lady that was like helping me, I had 2 nurses. She gonna tell me like she trying to get the IV in my arm. She like, my veins collapsed. What veins? What are you talking about? My veins collapsed? Like she had to stick me in my arm 5 times. Explains the reason why I had this big ass bruise on my arm. I'm gonna enter a picture because this is what it looks like now. It's clearing up now. This shit was dark as fuck before. Like it looked like I got beat at home. Like literally it was bad. Like she stuck my arm like 6 different times trying to find a vein for the IV to go in. And I was like, bro, what? Like it was bad. It was like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, girl, like, okay, you couldn't find a vein. You need to, like, do something else. Find somebody who can find a vein, because you're not doing what you need to do. Mind you, after that nurse done stuck me up, like, 7 damn different times, another nurse came in and perfectly entered the IV right in his arm. So it was very much giving the nurse did not know what the fuck she was doing, because there's no way as to why you couldn't find an IV and then the other nurse came in and she's perfectly fine, was able to put the IV in my arm. Like, girl, you know, like that don't make no fucking sense. And on top of that, it bruised my arm all the way, like all the way, like all the way. Like, this is not cute. When I tell you, I had to get a CAT scan done because the infection was like in my throat and they had to see like what it was. I was so pissed off because the guy, mind you, I'm in a wheelchair. I had to be pushed in a wheelchair. Like, that's how weak I was. I couldn't even walk. So shout out to the nurse John, my nigga John. He was mad cool. He was rolling me to the room to go to the CAT scan. I get to the CAT scan. The guy's like, can you take out all your jewelry for me? Like my earrings and my nose rings and all that. I was like, my nose ring? I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I was like, how long is this gonna take? Because if you know, then you know. If you know me personally, then you know the story between this nose ring and if I take it out and how it's gonna be if I get it back in. Like, my bitches know this don't come out. Like, it don't come out. Like, it's a part of my face. So I was like, how long is it gonna take? He's like, not that long. So I take the nose ring out. He puts me in a CAT scan. It was fine. It was fine. He's doing something. I don't even know what he's doing. He's giving me something. He's like, it's gonna feel like you're peeing on yourself. Like, it was just mad weird. My main focus was my nose closing. Like, I did not want my nose piercing to close. I was like, we need to speed up this process. Like, I need to put the ring back in. And that was that. And after that, I was literally in the emergency room for so long. Like, y'all don't understand. She told me that it was a throat infection. The lady scared me because, mind you, I don't even know what her name was. I wish I would have gotten her name because she was the sweetest. Like, she was really sweet, actually. I'm not gonna lie. She gonna tell me, like, out of all 20 years of working in the emergency room, she never seen nothing like what I had in my mouth. I told her the pain was excruciating. I don't even know how to say that word. I'm out here talking about excruciating pain. That's the word, excruciating pain. She was like that. It looked like the size of a golf ball. I was like, well, why would I lie about that? Like, that shit was huge. Like, I'm telling you, you know the little thing in the back of your mouth, your uvula, that shit. The fucking shit was covering that. So just imagine, just imagine how big that shit was in my throat, okay? And then she proceeds to say, like, it could have been from like anything, like, you know, from my tooth. It could have been from me doing other activities, you know. Y'all catching the drift? I'm hoping y'all catching the drift. But she didn't really specify what like caused it. I did get my paperwork and she did prescribe me pills. And it helped, like the prescriptions helped a lot, which I was so grateful for. The only thing was, here's a little tip, because I didn't know this, so I'm gonna let y'all know this. When you're out of state, the insurance, or maybe it's just my insurance, let me not say for everybody, but my insurance only covers the emergency room visits and not the prescription. So she was like, that I needed to get prescriptions. I was like, that's fine. Do you have like, where can I go? Because I'm not from Florida. Let me know where I can like go. She was like, anywhere, like CVS, you know, y'all know where to get the fucking pills from. Come on, like, I go to Walmart to go to the pharmacy and I get them my insurance and they're like, I have to pay out of pocket because I'm from a different state. Are you shitting me, bro? So not only was I on vacation, like in the fucking emergency room, but my insurance not even covering it because I'm not even home. Like, are you dead ass? I don't even know what the pills were that they gave me, but I had to take like 3 to 4 different fucking pills. There's some little ass pills, some big ass pills, some ibuprofen ass pills. Like, it was just a whole bunch of stuff. And I was so upset because my insurance was not covering it. Like, I had to pay out of pocket. Like, I wouldn't have been that mad. Like, you know, if it was like, okay, I got the pills. No, babes, I had to pay for it out of pocket. Shit killed me. Like, I was pissed off to the max. But what I can say is, though, shout out to the nurse who was making sure I was okay. Because when I tell you, I was in there crying. Like, she was looking at me like, oh my gosh, don't cry. Because, you know, like, when you're making small talk, and I was telling her, like, I'm on vacation. Like, I'm not even from here, girl. I don't even want to be here. Like, can we speed this up? I'm trying to go. Like, I was supposed to be at fucking SeaWorld, this, and that. Like, it was just not it for me. And on top of that, like I said before, prior, I was on my period. Like, I was in the fucking bed bleeding out. She had to bring me some mesh underwear. This is a TMI, but like, it was bad. Like, y'all, it was bad. So why, after she sees me crying, she's like, it's okay, like, I'm gonna help you, it's okay. I'm just looking at her like, girl, no, it's not okay. Because look at my arm. This is okay to you? It wasn't giving okay. It was not giving okay. And then she also, like, mentioned, like, you know, I have to go home and, like, check up, like, you know, make sure, like, I'm continuing my checkups. And I do have to make my appointments. I still have to make my appointments to make sure, like, I'm okay. Because when I tell y'all, I would not wish that pain on my worst enemy. Like, I wouldn't wish that shit on nobody. That's how bad it really was. Like, and I just thought it was fucking strep throat. This shit was a whole throat infection. Like, a bad-ass throat infection. Like, it was, like, I wanted to rip my whole throat out. That's how bad it was. But I am feeling way better now. Like, obviously, I do sound a little, like, y'all probably like, why the fuck I sound like this? It's because I think I'm just getting sick, like a cold, because I came back from Florida and I'm home and it's like the weather just said, it's like, bitch, like, you know? So that's why I sound like this now. But that pain right there, never again, never again, never again. Like, I'm telling y'all, I would not wish that on anybody. Like, y'all hear my brother in the background? I would not wish that on anybody. It was that bad, for realsy. He wildin', but I'm fine now. I did take the they did give me like inflammation pills that did help the swelling go down a lot. And then I do have the other pills too, and I was supposed to just take those for a week, and I did take them for a week and I was feeling better. And I'm eating now. I was not able to eat for so long. It was dreading, like, I was dreading it. It was so bad. Like, my grandma was cooking for me, my family was cooking, and I could not eat. Like, y'all don't understand how bad that was breaking me. But that's kind of it for the story. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was just a really badass throat infection. This though, like, I can't explain none of this. I don't know how her sticking the needle in my arm that many times bruised me up. I mean, I do bruise easily. Like, I know y'all see this tan on the camera, but I am light skinned as hell, so like, that could be the reason why it bruised so bad. But that still don't give no reason for it to, like, leave my arm looking like that. It was bad. But I'm okay now. And I am more than grateful and fucking happy to be here. Like, no cap. I thought, like, that's what I thought. I'm not gonna lie. That's what I thought. And I'm just, you know, happy to be here. But that's really it for the story. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know if y'all thought y'all was about to get, like, when people do ask me what happened to my arm though, I do say that I fought a crackhead on 440, like, just so they can laugh, cause like, damn, you know. But no, that's not really what happened. It was really from the IV not being found, because shout out to the nurse who couldn't find the veins, cause my veins fucking collapsed. But that is the story, y'all. It wasn't nothing too crazy. Y'all wanted it, so I gave it to y'all. If you haven't, watch my motherfucking Florida vlog. It will be linked in the description down below. Yeah, be kind to your body, because I promise y'all, being in the emergency room ain't nothing to play with, especially when you're not even from the state. Like, if I was home, I wouldn't even be that mad. Like, girl, Florida vacation emergency room, why? Don't even make no damn sense. But I hope you guys enjoyed my little story time as to why I ended up in the emergency room on my motherfucking family vacation. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what type of videos you guys want to see from me in the future. And if you guys want more story times, because I feel like I could really tell a story. I think I could tell a story. I don't know. Was y'all interested? I don't know. Let me know though. But as always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.